Abs. Everyone wants them for different reasons, but for me, I just wanted to look good for girls and feel confident taking my shirt off at the pool. I remember first trying to get abs. I'm in my bed feeling that 3 a.m. motivation when it hits me. Why don't I just learn from YouTube? I watch video after video of these 5-minute ab workouts. I mean, hey, the guys on the video looked good. They must know what they're talking about, right? After a few weeks of doing these workouts, I was shocked to find that I made absolutely no progress in my quest to getting a six-pack. Unmotivated by the lack of change, I gave up. The truth is, getting abs doesn't come from some magic routine that some YouTuber puts out. I'm not gonna BS you. Getting good abs comes from getting muscle and being lean, nothing else. And don't worry, you don't need to be one of these gym bros that has to put on heaps of muscle. If you just get strong in the right places and lose enough body fat to show it, you will look amazing. I spent 5 years of my life learning the best way to get abs and made a lot of mistakes along the way. That's why I put together a list of things that I did that helped me get a killer six-pack without having to starve myself to death or do hours of unnecessary cardio. Before I tell you all the things to do, I need to warn you about some of the mistakes I see guys make that leave them running in circles, giving up on their goals. The first mistake, doing too much cardio. I was in my dorm room, unhappy with the way my gut looked in the mirror. I wanted to lose weight, and the best way I knew how was to run. I started waking up at 7 a.m. before class to go to the gym. That first day, easy. I woke up, ran, and felt unstoppable afterwards. As the days went on though, my motivation slowly started to fade away. Getting out of bed felt harder and harder, and eventually, I gave up again. No wonder. I realized that if I overworked myself by doing too much, I wasn't ever actually going to get the weight off. Doing too much cardio not only can be hard to sustain, it can actually lead you to be less energized and hungrier throughout the day. So don't overwork yourself. The second mistake is not prioritizing muscle. Gotta prioritize muscle, baby. Calorie deficit this, calorie deficit that. That's all you hear when you're trying to lose weight. Calorie deficit. Yes, eating less calories than you burn is important, but you need to make sure you're prioritizing muscle when you're doing this so you don't end up looking skinny fat. Remember, getting abs is not just about losing weight. We need to build muscle too. And cutting calories the wrong way is a surefire way to say goodbye to all the muscle that you already worked for. The third mistake that's made way too often is spending too much time in the gym. To be honest, if you're in the gym for any longer than 90 minutes, you're probably either doing too much or just not training the right way. Now that the mistakes are out of the way, it's time to get that rock solid six-pack. Some say abs are made in the kitchen, others the gym. The truth is, it comes from both. First, it's important to start tracking your weight every morning. Oftentimes, especially when you have more fat on your body, it's hard to tell if you're actually making progress just by looking at yourself in the mirror. There's so many things that could change how you look in the mirror at a given time. Eating a meal, just drinking a ton of water, or even having a ton of crap built up in your stomach. Not only is the scale going to be more accurate for tracking progress, studies show that people who track their progress are more likely to stick to their goals. Think about it. It's like having an accountability check-in each morning. Once we know our body weight, we can now figure out how many calories to actually eat. It's no secret that eating less calories than you burn is the formula to losing weight. Most of us already know this, but we don't know how many calories to actually eat. A simple Google search of a calorie calculator is a good way to estimate this. Once you see your height, weight, and activity level, subtract 500 to 700 from your maintenance level. The amount of calories that your body needs to consume to neither gain or lose weight. It's important to stay away from not eating too close to that maintenance level and also not too far away. Think about it. Let's say my maintenance is 2,800 calories and I'm trying to lose weight. If I only subtract 200 calories, there's a lot of ways I could accidentally not even be in a deficit without knowing it. Things like sneaky calories from sauces and cooking oils, or just getting less exercise that day, would all take me out of the deficit, causing me to see no progress being made. That's why, to be safe, I subtract at least 500 from the maintenance, but don't go too far with it. We don't want to take away too many calories. Lowering the calories too far can cause faster rates of muscle loss than if you had just dieted slower over time. Remember, it's a lot harder to put on muscle than lose fat. So we need to be prioritizing keeping as much muscle on our frame as we possibly can. Don't try to diet down too hard. We need that muscle to make that six-pack pop. That's why working out is so important. Don't worry, like I said earlier, you don't have to train every single day. When starting out, you only need to give the gym about an hour 3 to 4 times a week, if and only if you're doing the right things. First of all, it's not about how much you do, it's about how you do it. Think of a muscle like a bank vault door. Those first few reps are like unlocking that door slowly. The door starts to open, but it doesn't really open fully yet. These last few reps are where the tension is highest. The bank vault door opens. Doing 1 set of bicep curls till failure is a lot better than doing 3 sets of bicep curls that have no effort behind them. It's super important to go until failure, until you have no more reps in the tank. Those last few reps, the ones that burn the most, are what's gonna cause the most muscle growth. Next is exercise selection. If you don't wanna be in the gym that long, you gotta find exercises that hit multiple muscle groups at once. Exercises like squats and bench press are good for building muscle and strength while also hitting more than one muscle at a time, compared to something like a pec deck or a leg extension. Choosing the right exercises or a split that works best for you is key. I made a couple pre-built splits on my website that you can download for free if you need help picking exercises to do in the gym. To put it simply though, if you have less days to train, do a full body routine, because it's important to try to hit each muscle group twice a week. Getting abs is a simple yet complicated process. If you're interested in working directly with me, tackling these fat loss goals together, hit the link in the description. Regardless, good luck getting shredded, bro. Have a good one.